Tiny Turbo Changers. I'm a big fan of these guys. I've been collecting them since their first inception. I remember when we went to go see the Bumblebee movie, they were even handing out the Wave 4 ones even to everyone. The Hong Kong Transformers fan group Hobby Miser, one of their patrons there, Wilton Wong, had a handful of the complete set of Series 5. So we got a little peek at what Series 5 is going to have. Some of it is going to be repaints. Some of it is going to be new molds. You could kind of, judging by the way that Series 5 is being done, it looks like there's more of a lean towards Bumblebee movie stuff this time, which is not surprising. With, of course, obviously throwbacks to original stuff. So we'll just go through the list here. So we got Dark of the Moon Topspin. Now, the Dark of the Moon Topspin, from what it looks like, it's a brand new mold using, again, Topspin's design. So that's pretty cool. And the reason why I'm going to bring up brand new molds is because Tiny Turbo Changers, now that it's up to Series 5, there's been this thing where, yeah, they'll grab one of the older molds and then repaint it and call it a different character. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Like the character of Cogman would also be kind of used with, say, Hot Rod, or, you know, they just kind of go, well, you just got to use your imagination a bit. And you're going to see a little bit of that here too also, but we'll get into it as we get into it. So also then we have Scorponok, based off of the 2007 movie character. Again, brand new mold, so that's appreciated. We got Long Haul here. Again, brand new mold based off of the Revenge of the Fallen character. We have a Optimus Prime. Now, some people are saying, oh, it's G1 Optimus Prime. It's actually pretty much Optimus Prime how he looked in the Bumblebee movie. So, you know, I mean, we could make that mix-up or anything. But it's Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime pretty much, so that's pretty cool. And again, a brand new mold. Here's a brand new mold that is actually, I don't want to say controversial, but interesting. So we have a Megatron that turns into a tank. And some people have speculated that this might be what Megatron looked like had his scene not been cut from the Bumblebee movie. So that's a really interesting one. And I mean, it's a gray tank Megatron, and the alt mode is very the robot mode is very reminiscent to that of War for Cybertron, the video game. Like I'm seeing a lot of that, but I mean, assuming that, I mean, again, it's hard to judge a full-size CG movie design looking at the squished down tiny turbo changer version of it. But I mean,
you want to know what's something even funnier is that the alt mode, his tank mode, to me it reminds me of Chug Galvatron. I don't know why.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
You know, the way it kind of looks, and then
the Universe 2.0 Galvatron.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting that kind of vibe from it.
The way the transformation works.
The way the transformation works, and the way the tank, the front part of the tank, where it's very like pointy, like it comes down to this like triangle on the sides where the treads are there, and then like how the top part of the what's that spinning part of the tank? What would you call it? The turret. Yeah, so like how the turret, like the cannon, his arm cannon kind of goes down in the middle, and then the turret comes around it on the sides. I don't know, it just gives me that vibe. I remember like messing around with that toy a lot. I just want to say, Wendell, you've described the most complex explanation of a tiny turbo changer I've ever heard. I'm giving them props. That's a new mold, right? I'm giving them mad props on this.
I've been reviewing tiny turbo changers on my Proto Retro channel for about a year and a half now, and I've literally given them like 5 seconds of attention when it comes to
I just say if you get a hold of Megatron, just get your 2.0 Galvatron and put them next to each other.
Yeah, I do see exactly what you're talking about.
Put the alt modes right next to each other.
Especially even like the way the treads work with the back and stuff. I totally see that. But yeah, so like but this one again, it's interesting because we did not see Megatron in the movie. There's speculation that he had a CG scene and it was cut from the movie, probably to be used as extras for the DVD or the Blu-ray. So this might be our very first look at how Megatron looks in this new aesthetic, if you will. So that one's pretty awesome. And again, brand new mold. Going into the next one, we have RC from her Revenge of the Fallen design. And once again, hey, awesome, brand new mold. The pink motorcycle, so that's pretty cool.
She looks so happy.
Yeah.
She's just smiling.
That's cool that they did that one, and it's a brand new mold. I imagine that this mold, because it was they were a triplets, if you will, with Elita 1 and Chromia. I imagine they're going to be repainting the heck out of this into the other two in the future. So then we got Hound from Age of Extinction. That one, it's a new mold, but it's a slight retool, I think, from a previous one. So still pretty cool.
And he has like a cigar mouth too.
Yeah, that's the new part. So they have the little, I think it wasn't a cigar, it was a bolt that he would always have in his mouth or something. Then we have the KSI Sentry. Now here, this one here, this is using the Soundwave mold. So this one here is not a new mold. They just took Soundwave, they painted him white, and now he's KSI. He works for them. We got Crankcase. Crankcase is a brand new mold based off of the Dark of the Moon character. Then we got Shadow Spark Megatron. Now we're getting into like repaint territory. So this is just the Megatron design from the last night, now given a purpley kind of thing and called Shadow Spark Megatron. Then we got Iron Forge Steelbane, again, previously existing mold that was used from the last night from the Tiny Turbo Changers, giving him a very, I want to say, cryotech color scheme. Like, there's not many dragon-like Transformers that sport like that kind of blue. I know there was a character in Transformers Prime that was also like a dragon from the Beast Hunters line that sported blue, but even that one was trying to be like a cryotech kind of homage. So I'm pretty sure that's what it's trying to do. And then the very last one, and no surprise, Cliff Jumper repaint from the Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee. So that one doesn't surprise me at all, considering they're practically the same design minus a new head sculpt. Although in this case, unfortunately, it looks like it's still using the Bumblebee head. So it's still straight up a Bumblebee repaint. This is pretty cool. We don't have a date yet when these will show up, but I'm going to take a guess. It's probably going to be second half of 2019 that we're going to see these. We still have a lot of the Tiny Turbo Changers from Series 4 of the first wave of Bumblebee movie stuff still kicking around. So I'm not too sure when these will pop up, but I know when they do, I'm going to definitely grab a case of them and do a whole big review because I absolutely love these guys.